Okay everyone, welcome back to today's video. And today we're going to be doing something different today. No gameplay, we're just going to be talking about our new unit who is going to be coming out, Kasumi. We all know by the silhouette by now that this is Kasumi who is coming in the next patch. And from what I'm hearing, the next live stream is going to be Kasumi and Turbo. So in today's video, we're just going to be talking about the teams. We're going to prepare out our teams for her in the next patch to come. So stick around and you'll see the very good teams to use. I'm going to be giving out 3 different teams that you can be used for her. So let's get on with it. So this is actually lufel.net. So everyone who plays P5X by now should know that this website is one of the most trusted websites to get your information about characters, your pools, the personas to use and all that. So before we go out and build the teams, we're actually going to read a little about what she does and why you would actually need the teams we are going to. So at the start, it's point out here that her gimmicks are complex and her damage is built around highlights. So including Ayaka Sakai, also known as Cord, in the party is essentially mandatory. When the conditions are met, however, she can deliver damage beyond exception. So the goal is to use her skill 2 once and her skill 1 3 times to build a total of 4 stacks and then trigger an empowered highlight. And as you can see here at the start, it said she's an original P5R character who acts as a single target blessed dealer centered around highlights. So for her, also when reading her kit fully from the net, you can see that she is more of crit damage. She does more crit damage when you build her up. So your teams would be consisting of a support character who can give her crit damage and Cord who can give her highlights. So we're now going to look at the teams that we can actually use to build her. So let's just hop on right straight into the game and then I'll show you the 3 teams you can use. And then sorry about my voice, I'm not feeling well, that's why videos haven't been coming out. So let's just hop straight into the game and you see the teams. Okay, so now this Marion is just a placeholder for when she actually comes in, when Kasumi actually comes. So this is where she will be. It's let's just say essentially this should be the team you'll be using. We are not adding Wanda or his personas right now. I will do that later on in the video and I'll show you the actual personas you need back in the lufel.net. So we are actually needing 3 teams for here. So this is the first team. The first team will consist of Kasumi, obviously. Then we would need the twins, Cord, and then Futaba. So the reason why this is our first team is because with the twins over here, the twins they are good with buffing up their attack, the party's attack. So they buff their party's attack, especially when you use the first, the fire and ice. It buffs the attack. And also using both the curse and the bless also increases the curse and bless damage if your party member also uses curse and bless. Then we have Cord, who by this point we all should know what she does. She's a highlight spammer. We use her to spam highlights all day. And let's not also forget that her second skill, her skill 2, also buffs attack. So you can use both that, the skill 2 and then a skill 3, to just be buffing Kasumi. Then we have Futaba. So now Futaba here, we all once again we know what she does. So with Futaba, mainly is to use the weakness implant. So you just build Kasumi up, use the weakness implant, and then you just do big damage onto the enemies. So this is the first team you would need, or this is the first team you would use when building Kasumi, the team you would use for her. So now the second team you would use go like this. And now this again is fairly easy. So with Windvast, she is more of her crit damage. If you build her very well, you can use her to increase the crit damage of your teammates or the people in your party, however you want to say it. So with her built up, you can essentially just buff Kasumi's crit damage, because that's what you want to do. You want Kasumi's crit damage to be really high up, to be stacked. And then once again with Cord, the same thing, with Futaba to the same thing. So essentially you are building Kasumi in a way that her attack is going to be incredibly high with her crit damage and her highlights. So you just have all three and you just be doing massive damage to the party. Then we have our last. If you're someone who doesn't have both the twins and Windvast, Leon too can also be an exception too. He can also be very good in this team. So let's say your team consists of Kasumi, Cord, and Futaba, and you don't have the twins nor Windvast. You can essentially still run Leon, and it would be helpful. It would be good for your team. So yeah, that is just the basis of it. So this is somehow how your team would look like. Once again, like I said, we minus Wanda. He is not part of it. So now we're going to go and look for the actual personas you actually have to be using for Wanda to be able to also buff up Kasumi. So now this is the build you'd want for Kasumi. So for the Wanda's weapon, you need either Arc Knife, Glimmer, or Ex Machina. If you want, so now for raising her attack, we either bring out Swaosha. I just hope I haven't butchered the name, because when it comes to mentioning the personas, I'm not good at it. So excuse me for. We can also have Komokuche or or we have Jikokuten. However, bro, how do you pronounce these personas? So yeah, so these are the three personas. You can choose between one of them for the increased attack, to increase Kasumi's attack. Then we have Dinosis. He is to increase Kasumi's crit rate or a crit damage, so basically with the revolution. Then we have Yanosi and Vishnu to reduce her defense, to reduce the enemy's defense. Sorry. So we have three personas, so you choose between them each category. So for attack, you choose one of the three. For critical, you only have one. Then for your reduced damage, you choose one, the one which will help you the most, the one you think. So now when we now come down here, so these are her actual recommended parties. So it's just like I had shown you earlier in game. So we've Cord and then Wind. Then we once again with the parties down here: Violet, Leon, Cord, Navi. Violet, the twins, Cord, Futaba. Violet, Windvast, Cord. So you can see that all three teams, Cord is present in all of them. So yeah. So once again, we'll just go back and we'll look at the weapons, Wendy's weapons. So we'll now actually look. I'll show you how the teams will actually really look like for Wanda. Okay, so now when you look at the team, so this should be the best team to run here. So once again, we have Violet over here. Violet will be over here. Then you have Wind, Cord, Futawa. Then you have Wanda here with his 2 weapons. The best being either Glimmer or Arc Knife. So you choose between them. You have 3 options. So it's between Arc Knife, Ex Machina, or Glimmer. So let's say we pick Arc Knife. Then we have our 3 personas over here. So Jikokutin, Vishnu, and Dionysus. So these are the 3 personas you would use. First one, like we said, to increase our attack. So with Mataro Kaja. Vishnu being for his reduced defense. And then we have Dionysus for his revolution. So these are mainly the 3 teams you would be using here. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys like this style we are doing today. So we're going to be changing up. I'm going to try being more consistent now. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.